What's good, TMG fam? It's time to get spooky. Y'all ready? I'm working on my villain laugh. I gotta get it right. I gotta get it right. So listen, man, shout outs to y'all. Today's video is the top 15 scary videos that remain unsolved. Ladies and gentlemen, all right? So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you ready for Halloween, hit the subscribe button, huh? You fully ready for, if this is your favorite time of the year, which that seems a little bit kind of weird, but no judgment here. Judgment-free zone. You know what I'm saying? But if this is your favorite time of the year and you like to get spooky, then let's check them out. All right, real quick before we get into the video, moment of silence for the haters. That's enough. Now run the likes up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Here we go.
Do you think you could be a detective? Well, let's see if you can figure out the answers to these mysteries, because these top 15 scary videos remain unsolved. Number 15, Tesla Ghost. Do Teslas have spiritual powers? Ask Elon Musk. Published by Heather's Aesthetics and More in June of 2021. Heather claimed,
and I was thinking about getting me a Tesla one day, bro. I've seriously been considering looking at them, man, especially investing into the stock as well, too. So this right here, I don't need to hear this right now. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying?
she was driving her Tesla Model 3 when its camera detected spirits in a cemetery. The group is sitting in her car facing a cemetery when scary little people figures appear on the Tesla's camera screen. The screen shows two adult figures walking, then there's no one there. Then a dog figure appears. This prompts one of the people in the car to get out and investigate. His figure is immediately picked up by the sensor, while the two other figures remain on screen as well. A moment later, a child figure pops up right now.
Bro, if y'all have a Tesla, check that. Bro, they lucky I don't have a Tesla. I'd go right now. I'd pause this video, go outside, get my Tesla, and drive to a cemetery to check that out. And I'm not far from one. Matter of fact, that's crazy insane.
Next to the man and then disappears. The other figures disappear as well, but they reappear briefly again. Is this just a tech glitch, or does this device recognize the spiritual world? Number 14, Superman. Have you ever seen Superman in the flesh? Well, you're about to. Published in November of 2020.
Can we please stop doing this? Like, you cannot stop a car sliding down a hill in the snow like that, fam. Down ice and stuff like that. You cannot stop. Stop getting in front of cars doing that, fam. For you lose your life. Bro, piss me off right there.
In the flesh, well, you're about to.
What did you do?
Published in November of 2012, this mysterious video shows a car slowly spinning out of control on an icy road in Russia. Men in the video are standing around waiting to slow it down before it hits the cars parked on the other side of the road. As it continues to slide, two men attempt to slow its speed but are pushed out of the way like cardboard cutouts. But then, just as it's about to slam into a parked car, one man appears out of nowhere, takes two quick strides toward it, and places both hands on the car's trunk, bringing it to a sudden halt. Everyone erupts in cheers and applause, and then the Super Russian disappears, never to be seen or heard from again. Well, we couldn't find any more info about him. Number 13, Bride.
Is that just a coincidence that he just got there at the same time that it was gonna stop? Or did he stop it? That's crazy.
Ghost. Do you take this ghost to be your wife? Published in September of 2020, this team is looking for their bride, and they find her. While out deep in the forest, a bride dressed in a sparkling coral veil appears. They race toward her around a tree, but by the time they reach it, she's vanished. Is this just another case of cold feet, or are they the very cold feet of a ghost? Runaway bride or not, it takes mad skills to disappear into oblivion. Number 12,
What that
Miracle
was?
in Turkey. This miraculous event was caught on camera in Adana, Turkey. A tradesman was working in front of his shop to fix a counter. If he continued as he was, he could have had his life taken by a passing truck whose back swung open. Instead, he ducked. Why? Because some random stranger passing by touched his shoulder in warning. This caused this man to look towards the speeding pickup truck whose box lid had opened
That was his guardian angel.
out to the side. In a split second, the man ducked for cover, just missing being hit by inches. After the scary event, the tradesman said that the man had told him, "Look behind you." The stranger had not even turned back to look himself, nor was the truck back open until after he'd warned him. Instead, this man somehow knew this incident was going to happen before it happened. Was it intuition or a guardian angel caught on camera? Number 11, Paranormal Activity. Have you ever seen something levitate? Published by Mr. Cool in September of 2021. This scary video caught several unusual things on camera. First, the door of a tall clock swings open on its own. Next, a cat sitting near the wall of a storage area is alerted to activity going on behind it. It turns to stare with glowing eyes when a push cart starts to move. A moment later, the cart begins to lift off the ground while the cat crouches in the attack position. Another video in the same storage area catches something pale and vaguely transparent peeking in and out from behind one of the windows to the next room. Did this unknown being cause the pushcart to levitate? The mystery remains unsolved. Number 10, Poltergeist Problems. Think you have the place to yourself? Maybe you're not alone after all. Published to Toppy in September of 2021, the scary video follows 4 nights spent with a poltergeist. The team installed security cameras around their haunted house and then they simply waited. Here's what they found. While one of the team is standing in her robe, clipping her fingernails, an unsettling noise is heard behind her. She turns around and presumably sees nothing but hurries out of the room. Later in that same room, the armoire door creaks open on its own in the middle of the night. A strange
Did she sleep in there? Or when she left, that was it? Was it over at that point? She was just gone. She wasn't staying in there. I wonder if the light off and she's in there sleeping.
to disturb the man sleeping in the room.
What?
A strange hissing is heard, and it seems to disturb the man sleeping in the room. In another room of the house, a camera captures a thumping noise. The note reads that the sound was coming from the bathroom. Shortly after, from the same camera, another noise is heard, this one coming from the kitchen. This house has one or two many bumps in the night, and its mystery remains unsolved. Number 9, Lady in Black. If you see a lady in black, don't stick around. Published by Franco TV in September of 2021. This overnighter at a creepy witch camp has Franco seeing this lady out. While at the creepy camp, Franco is standing in the darkness looking toward what appears to be a fountain. With his flashlight on, a figure dressed in all black appears to move just beyond the fountain to the right before Franco turns his flashlight off. Can you see it? In examining some of the photos that people have left behind on a wooden shed, Franco comes across the saying, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind." Cue the chills. Displayed in glass shelves, Franco examines these scary objects. Skulls, a phrenology head, a Ouija board, and other creepy odds and ends. Later, while wandering around the neighborhood, a creepy omen appears, a black cat. What does this mean for Franco's immediate future? While continuing to wander, a ghostly mist floats into Franco's path. It appears in the shape of a figure. Not long after, a strange wailing voice can be heard in the darkness. Fast forward a bit, and Franco crosses paths with an old man dressed in a black hooded cape who looks to be getting something out of a vending machine.
I just found the person right there. Who walks around in all black like that? Huh? The Grim Reaper? Who go? Yeah, I wouldn't be. I'd have just kept it moving. Fast walk too.
While this may seem like nothing, as Franco is signing off at the end of the video, he hears a distant scream.
I will see you.
Although it's faint, that scream is bone-chilling. Is it the lady in black, or just someone else looking for chills in the night? Number 8, House of the Churchyard. A house that's located in a churchyard. What could go wrong? Published by Dark Mystic in September of 2021, this scary paranormal
Look at this place. What could go wrong? Anything could go wrong here. Look at this place, fam. I told y'all, bro. Churches, once they've been abandoned and they start looking like this, man. Yeah, I wouldn't. No. Churches and then if it's next to like a cemetery, because I knew some churches next to like yeah, fam. No.
Investigation is about to send you running for the hills while exploring a dilapidated house near a Russian churchyard. This man hears a bump in the night. It starts off small, a thump from something unseen.
Was that like a freezer?
It starts off small.
Yo, that looked like one of those Texas Chainsaw Massacres where they would put people in, when he would put people in the freezer.
A thump from something unseen.
It might be a counter though. I don't know. It gives off the resemblance of a freezer. Nah, get out of there. I don't like the vibes. Get out.
But then it's loud enough to rattle the camera and shake the room. It then sounds like something is being thrown across the room. And later, a cupboard door swings open and closed. Later, an EVP device tells the ghost hunter to look in Russian.
Смотри.
He wonders what he should be looking at, but hears a sound like a snap.
Смотри.
In another room, a strange rattling sound is heard on camera. Later, as he continues to talk to the device, the liquid in the teacup seems
like somebody like dragging something. Now my mind automatically thinks about somebody dragging like an axe behind them as they come to kill you. See? That's what I automatically start thinking of.
to jump. As he keeps up the conversation with the spirits, something rattles and shakes in the wardrobe nearby.
Добра не жди.
Хватит.
At the same time, in the other room, a camera captures a deep rumbling.
Добра не жди.
Is there something living in this house in the churchyard? Perhaps the spirits aren't happy in the dirt. Number 7, saving the girls. This paranormal team is setting out on a mission to save the spirits of the girls who once lived in this abandoned farm. Published in September of 2021, these ghost hunters are about to uncover a mysterious and dangerous truth while investigating the rundown hovel. The vicious spirits that are also present are immediately out for their lives. One throws a piece of corrugated metal down on one of the hunters. The metal was leaning up against the wall a moment before with nothing behind it, while outside the home they hear creepy noises in the woods. Is someone stalking them? Later, while wandering around the premises, something is heard making a racket inside the house. The guys don't see anything and decide to continue on. While inside the building, they hear something that causes them to be quiet.
Única parte do chão que tá meio que...
What?
Eita.
Then heavier noises are heard, but it's not clear where they're coming from. Later, as they're communicating with the spirits via spirit box, an object in another room is thrown and breaks. Did the team manage to save these girls from this aggressive spirit? We can only hope. Number 6, Monster Stalks Man. What would you do if a monster 3 times your height came after you? Published by The Explorer Returns in May of 2021. This explorer returned to a creepy abandoned building at 1 a.m. and he returned alone. As Connor is in one of the rooms, he finds a makeshift bed of cardboard under a table. While he's explaining this, a snapping sound is heard outside. He turns to the broken window, but there's nothing out of there but darkness.
That's his bed there under the table. Hello? Is there someone out there?
He also hears footsteps and a strange high-pitched noise.
Hello?
Taking all of this in, he decides to leave, and fast. He next searches through a large empty warehouse and encounters a random bathtub in the middle of the place. As he examines it, he hears footsteps again.
Just a random...
He again leaves in a hurry, but before he does, he turns back and says there's a huge animal down at the end of the warehouse that's triple his size.
I don't know what that is, but I need to get out of here now because that is like triple my size. Oh my, it's coming. Oh my...
As the unseen creature pursues him, Connor hurries out, likely never to return to this place again. I just wish we could see this creature.
Right.
Number 5, hospital room. Whose soul remains on bed rest
Here we go with another wheelchair.
in this abandoned hospital. Posted to TikTok, this creepy clip appears to be filmed in an old hospital room. In this room sits a wheelchair. It looks like a pillow has been placed in its seat. It's unclear why, but the man in the clip is looking through the window at the wheelchair and panicking.
Ini! Suara teman-teman. Itu loh! Itu!
He tries the door to the room, which is firmly locked, before returning to the window. That's when he sees it. The wheelchair is moving on its own. It moves to the opposite end of the room where it stops and turns slightly. The man runs away from the room, as many advise him in the comments of this video. It's probably best to leave this mystery behind where it belongs. Number 4, Jinn Run. Jinn are terrifying creatures, and this scary video is yet another proof. Published in April of 2019, this explorer finds himself face to face with the devil. As this explorer wanders around a decrepit house, he suddenly senses something in a room to his right. When he pulls his camera towards it, a tile is hanging out of the ceiling with a light fixture attached.
Bismillah! Bismillah!
Both are swinging all around. He enters the room, and a second later, the door slams and he cannot get out.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض.
What you mean you can't get out? You better go through it.
It is locked tight. He tries repeatedly to open it.
Ain't nothing stopping us from getting through that door, fam. Nothing.
As he panics, he finally lets go of the door and the lock is seen turning on its own.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات.
Oh, maybe now I'll be holding the door shut. Once I start seeing the lock move, oh, I'm holding the door shut now. I don't want to go out. Let me stay in for a minute.
وما في الأرض.
Once unlocked, the door slowly opens. On the other side is nothing but darkness, but when he enters the next room, he is thrown to the ground. Is this Jinn just playing, or is this Jinn looking to
I don't know, because that fall seemed suspect. At that point, I was like, all right, now you're going too far.
take a life? Number 3, in the hallway. This creepy image is making our skin crawl. Published on a Russian channel, we weren't able to track down the original source of this image or video. It appears
She is very tall, if that's a woman. Super tall.
to show someone who is not quite well, rambling down a hallway, veiled in shadow. The rest is left up to our imagination, but judging by the figure's unsettling posture and the tilt of its head, the effect is immediate chills. Notice the bottles of booze on the floor in the corner and the cans scattered across the hallway floor. Something isn't right here, and without any background information, the mystery remains unsolved. Number 2, old wheelchair. Do you think old items can be possessed by the spirits of their
Yes.
former owners? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit by Trevor Bolin, this creepy old wheelchair certainly seems to have a history. The wheelchair in the video is partially obscured behind a shelf of old parts. It's seen moving a bit at a time. Filmed at his work, Trevor writes that only he and his general manager worked there, and the wheelchair was moving even before he started filming. To appease skeptics, he captured a second video that shows that he wasn't creeping around behind the shelves exactly. He filmed the first video as he was coming up the stairs, which is when he caught the wheelchair moving on its own. From its appearance, that wheelchair for sure has a history. As Redditor Mr. Meow02 remarks, that thing is creepy just looking at it. I couldn't agree more. I've got a challenge for you. Next 5 year curious.
Told you, man. I don't even want to get in a wheelchair no more. Nope. Well, you shouldn't want to get in a wheelchair because it means something happened to you. But if I had to be, nah, give me some crutches or something.
Standing on a tree. This one is Defying Gravity, published by Skip.
Yeah, I remember that, fam. At that point, what do you do? What do? You walk up, you roll up, and you see this. Kind of act like you don't see it and keep it moving. But don't turn your eye away from it.
Aired yet in September of 2021. This creepy video from the internet had us all scratching our heads. The short clip shows a tree in broad daylight, pretty normal. But oddly, a figure that looks like a woman standing very still is perched on one of the tree's top branches. Whether the figure is real or fake, floating or somehow standing atop the tree or attached to it, the question remains, how did it get there? And more importantly, why? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to...
Yeah. You walk up and you see somebody just standing comfortably in a tree just staring out. Yeah. What do? You cut the tree down and make them fall? Or do you just walk off and you try to forget about it? I don't know, fam. I'd probably be standing there because I need to see what happens. I need to see where that person goes, what is wrong with that person. Maybe I can ask other people that's done gathered around standing there to figure out what's going on, but I don't think I could take my eye off it. I don't know. You know what I mean? The countdown continues, man. It's almost here. All right. I watched the next episode of Chucky last night, too. Verdict's still out on that one. Verdict's still out. Y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. And stick around and stay tuned to the next reaction. I'm gone. Peace.